It's the BS Show with Internet Junkie Sean Moran, Master Chef Jessica Reynolds, and your host, Bill Stitson.
He's gotta move over. Should I go on now?
Ah! Oh my God! What happened to Bill?
It's alright, folks, I'm a doctor. Just gonna do a little bit of investigative work here. He's dead. Well, his belt is loose, which means there were some abdominal pains. He's not sweating, which means that he might have been dehydrated. Now, unless he drowned, which seems unlikely, it appears that the cause of death, I can safely say, has been food poisoning. Now, I don't know what Bill has eaten the last couple of days, though I'm sure it's no different than the rest of us. Why, we've all eaten in the D-Hall and we're all alive. Which means something worse is happening. Something far worse. I'm afraid we're going to have to do some investigation to find out who killed William Stitson. Let's look and find out. Are we looking and finding out?
Huh? Oh, right. I'm Strudel. Normally I'd be, a lot better about talking, but I've been killing myself producing 3 TV shows, one of which is this one. So yeah, when I produce, I sort of make sure things get done. I run tech for everything, and I play with this little fun piece of equipment. See that TV over there? That's showing what we broadcast right now. And now, during a live broadcast, I'm just going to switch it around and screw with it a little. That'll show the bastards. Yes. You see? I'm drunk with power. Or at least I would be if I wasn't so goddamn tired. So anyway... Bill. Who's Bill? I don't know a Bill. I know a Herbert, though. Herbert. I saw him the other night. It was at the balcony above the morbid wall. He was talking to some woman. I don't know what it was about, but she was visibly upset by the time I got onto the scene. And the rest is just a blur, because, when you've been going on about 2 hours of sleep, your brain tends to omit most of it.
Bill, what's wrong?
Emily, do you remember your mother? Your real mother?
Just a little bit. She died when I was very young.
What do you remember?
Just images, really. Feelings.
Tell me.
She was very beautiful. Kind, but sad. Why are you asking me this?
I never knew my mother. I have no memories of her.
Bill, tell me, what's wrong?
Vader is here, now, on this moon.
How do you know?
I felt his presence. He's come for me. He can feel when I'm near. That's why I have to go. As long as I'm here, I'm endangering the group and our mission. I have to face him.
But why?
He's my father.
Your father?
Look, there's more. You won't want to hear it, but you must. Listen, if I don't make it back, you're the only hope for the BS show.
Bill, don't talk that way.
my family. I have it. My father has it. And my sister has it. Yes, it's you, Emily.
I know! Somehow, I've always known.
And you know I have to face him.
No! Bill, run away! Far away! If he can feel your presence, then leave this place. I wish I could go with you.
No, you've always been strong.
Why must you confront him?
Because there's good in him. I felt it. He won't turn me over to the Emperor. I know it. I can save it. I can turn it back to the good side. I have to try.
I don't want to talk about it.
Come on, you can tell me.
I can't.
You can tell Bill. Is that who you can tell?
I just want to be alone for a while.
Hi, I'm John Batch. I work at the BS show here, on this blank computer screen. I put stuff up on the green screen behind Bill. You might know me from such classics as George Bush Gave Me the Finger, or Gigantic Whale's Cock. Bill is that he's an okay guy. However, he's been often known to work us half to death. He threw me in a small little hole for 3 days and told me to put the lotion on the skin, or I might get the hose again. But other than that, he's a good guy. Then he does lots of drugs, and I've often seen him execute small children. But he seems like a good guy. And I wouldn't kill him, would I? Yeah, I saw Bill this weekend. I was up in front of the Case Center attempting to hit on drunk girls because that's about all I could get. And I saw him and Strudel having some form of argument. And I really wasn't getting action with the girls. They weren't drunk enough. But you see, the argument went like this.
1 minute you're defending the whole galaxy, the next thing you know you're sucking down Darjeeling with Maria Antoinette and her little sisters. Don't you get it? Can't you see the hat? I am Mrs. Nesbit!
What are you talking about, you idiot?
Sheriff, this is no time to panic.
This is the perfect time to panic. Andy's gone. They're leaving from the house in 2 days, and it's all your fault.
My fault? If you hadn't pushed me out the window in the
You
first
had to
place...
come in your stupid cardboard spaceship and taken away everything that was important to me.
Don't talk to me about importance. Because of you, the security of this entire universe is in jeopardy.
What are you talking about? Oh, sorry.
Right now, poised at the edge of the galaxy, Emperor Zurg has been building a weapon with enough destructive capacity to annihilate an entire planet. I alone have information that reveals this weapon's only weakness, and you, my friend, are responsible for delaying my rendezvous with Star Command.
You are a toy! You're not the real Buzz Lightyear! You're a child's plaything! An action figure!
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity. Farewell.
Good riddance, you loony!
Rendezvous with Star Command. If you're watching this, I'm probably already dead. As you know, I host a little-watched show on Skid TV, 10:30 Sunday nights, called The BS Show. I named it after my initials, Bill Stinson. It also means bullshit, too. It's one of those things with two meanings, a play on words. I remember when I had time to play. Anyway, I host the show, but I'm not very funny, so I have guest stars on. I had Chris Fleming on 1 week. He's a funny guy. Jeremy Cohn did a hilarious report from the spa. I also have John Batch working on the green screen back there. He doodles and puts pictures of, you know, whales' penises and things. You know the feeling you get sometimes? Like you're being watched? Like you know you're alone. But you feel like you're not. I tell you, every time I walk through a parking lot and I hear a car backfire, I think it's a gun and I hit the ground. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm at the end of my rope. I think they're getting closer. Tonight, I went to Morbid Ball. I was walking through the spa, right? And I get confronted by this big guy in this sketchy-looking trench coat and bowler hat. He wanted to know about my dealings with Kabuchi, and well, it went like this, see?
That's what you told Kabuchi to do. And if it ever went bad, you cut those guys loose. Hey, you had Kabuchi sign.
You want answers?
The phone. Yeah,
answers?
I'm entitled to answers. Oh!
You can't handle the truth! Son, we live in the world of Skid TV. Skid TV has to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do that? You? You, John Batch? I have a greater responsibility than you can even fathom. You weep for Santiago and you curse the BS show. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know. Knowing that Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saved lives. And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. You don't want the truth. Because deep down in a place you don't talk about at parties, you want me on the BS show. You need me there. I don't have the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the very cheap, half-assed, low-budget entertainment I provide, and then questions the manner in which I provide it. All right? I just prefer you said thank you and went on your way. Otherwise, pick up a weapon and stand a post. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you're entitled to.
Well, folks, thanks to that insanely long segment, I was able to do a lot of investigative reporting. One of which, I found out one thing that Bill did over the weekend that was not in that segment may have resulted in his death, may have been this. Perhaps you've seen it. I did, and I'm still alive, thank God. Oh, sorry, folks. It's okay. Everything will be modern. Anyway. Anyway, folks, I also did some more investigation, and we did an autopsy to find what was in Bill's stomach. There were cookies. There was Cocker Spaniel semen in there. And there was also traces of chicken. Now, after hard-hitting reporting found only on the BS show, I was able to find where Bill got this chicken from. It was from Jessica Reynolds. And now let's see if she put poison in her chicken. Stay with us, folks.
Welcome back. So, to Dogwood Bee. So today, in celebration of finishing midterms and finally having time to cook, I'm going to make an Indian dish, which many of you probably know, called chicken tikka masala. So first what you have to do is you have to cut up the chicken into like 1-inch cubes so that they're bite-sized. And then you're going to marinate it for like 4 hours. And then after that, you put it all in this really good tomato sauce that is like tomato, cream, butter, ginger, and a bunch of Indian spices, which is absolutely delicious. So first I'm going to cut up the chicken. Well, I am putting the chicken in a plastic Ziploc bag so that I can marinate in the bag. It works better than a container because it takes up less room in the fridge, which we don't have very much of, and because it more coats all of the chicken and you don't need as much. So that's about a tablespoon or 2 of lemon juice that I'm going to use in the rub. Make sure there are no seeds in it. I don't really care about the pulp. I want about 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Mix it up, and then I'm just going to pour this on the chicken and make sure it gets coated. Okay, so now I'm going to make the marinade. I need to wash my hands so it's touching chicken, use salmonella. It's about 4 tablespoons of lemon juice, and now I'm going to cut up about 2 tablespoons worth of ginger. So I'm just going to kind of guesstimate. That's about right. You need to skin it, you can't peel it. You have to skin it just like this. And you want to be sure not to overdo the ginger because ginger has a very overpowering flavor. So this ginger you want to cut up really, really fine. It's almost going to be like a powder. Not a powder, a paste. So this is going to take a while. You can just buy ginger paste in the store and that's a lot easier. I'm just kind of crushing it to get whatever juices are in there kind of flowing to get more paste-like. Usually you would do this in a mortar and pestle, but I don't have them. I'm going to do the same thing with the garlic. I need to chop it up real fine. And the more you crush garlic and things like ginger, the more flavor you get out of them. So, I mean, don't be afraid to do it. And I find that if you smush the garlic, it's much easier to peel. So add about 2 more teaspoons of chili powder to this, and then 2 cups of yogurt. So another really important thing to have is garam masala, and it's actually a combination of spices. Everyone does theirs differently. This is some that Sarah brought, so I don't really know what's in it. But it smells, you can smell the cardamom pods and chili pepper, and there's some other stuff in there. So I want about a teaspoon of this. So a lot of restaurants at this stage in the process will add food coloring to the marinade, so you get that bright red color the chicken does. Your chicken doesn't have to be bright red. In fact, I think I'm more comfortable with it not being. There's plenty of marinade to cover it. And then I'm going to let it sit in the fridge for about 4 to 6 hours. And after that, I'm going to take it out and take the chicken out of the marinade and put it on like a pan and broil it in the oven really hot, like 400, 500 degrees. It cooks about maybe 4 minutes on each side. And then I'm going to put it in the sauce, which I'm going to make right now. Throw this in this pan and start heating it up. That'll take some time. 2 tablespoons of ginger, more garlic. So I'm going to, while that's heating and this is sitting, I'm going to add the tomato puree to the crock pot to get it heating up. Because that's how I'm going to cook this today, just so I can leave it, they'll set it and forget it. Because I don't really trust these stoves. Start to crackle, so I'm going to start adding some of the stuff to it that we're going to be sauteing. So I just use a little bit more of the brown stuff. Swirl it around so that the butter kind of just gets infused with the flavor. This also takes some green chilies, and you kind of want to try and get no seeds in it because the seeds are where all the spice comes from. When you're done cutting them, you want to be sure you wash your hands really, really well with soap and hot water to get off all the oil, because if you touch your eyes, it's going to burn, or your face, or anything in general. So now we're going to add all of this stuff that we've chopped up and minced to our hot butter so that it gets sauteed. You want to hear that crackle, because that means it's getting cooked. Okay, so I've let this saute for about 2 minutes, or at least until you can tell they're tender, no longer hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over here and put in my tomato puree, which I've added about 1.5 cups of water to because it was a little thick for a sauce. So I'm going to pour this in and then stir it up. Now we still have a lot to add to this. About a little over 1/2 teaspoon of fenugreek leaves. Now, I haven't been able to find fenugreek leaves in the United States, but I have been able to find fenugreek seed, so I'm going to use a heaping 1/2 teaspoon of that. And then I'm going to also put in more garam masala, about another heaping 1/2 teaspoon. And then salt to taste. And then it also wants 3 tablespoons. So now I'm going to let this sit until I get back from class, and then I'm going to add the chicken to it and also about 1.5 cups of light cream. I don't want to add the cream now because it's going to be sitting for a while and it might curdle or something like that, and that's gross. And that's it. That's how you make chicken tikka masala.
Negative. It appears that Jessica is not the suspect. Folks, I'm going to have to be honest with you. I've been a doctor for 47 years. I've been alive for 56 years. And in all my times, things have been simple. A kid comes in with a fever of 104. I tell him, you have a fever. A person comes in, says that their head hurts. I say, you have a headache. I know things happen, folks, but this I can't explain. Someone, whoever did this, is someone so sick, so rebellious, a rebel without a cause. Crap, I can't believe I said that. But anyway, folks, I have only one conclusion, and I might be wrong, but if I'm wrong, I'm taking all of you down with me. My conclusion is as follows. Whoever did this is someone so mad that someone with the freedom of a Sunday afternoon taken away by one Bill Stitson. That is why I think, ladies, there's one gentleman here, so I guess I can say, ladies and gentlemen, that I believe that whoever killed Bill Stitson is in this audience right now, an angry person for Bill taking up their free time while watching this show. Now, folks, who did it? Come on, folks, come forward. Enough of this petty games. There's one thing I learned, it's that I don't really know a lot, so I'll just have to check out myself. Ma'am, will you please stand up? Okay, sit down. Bad enough out of here. Let's see, hi.
Hi.
Is it you?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Do you know what a gun is?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Stand up, please. Sit back down. Stand up. Stand up. Sit back down. Okay. I'm serious. Stand up. Stand up. Can you take a step to your right, please? Another step to your right. A step backwards.
Okay.
Another step backwards.
Okay.
A step to your left.
Okay.
Another step to your left.
Okay.
Another step to your left. Now, do you mind bending down, please? There's something. I think I saw something.
This?
What the? What is that?
I don't know.
Put it right. Hey. Give it to me. This is a white shirt.
Yeah.
My God. It's a white shirt. It's a white shirt. Okay. All right. I see the games you're playing.
Can I sit down now?
Yeah, you can sit down. I'm sorry. I thought there was something else behind there, but I'll continue the search. Now, folks, I think. Oh, it was a white shirt, but, ladies and gentlemen, this was found under a seat. What's your name?
Kendall.
Kendall. Where did you buy this? It wasn't from Tommy Cheevers, was it?
Maybe.
Thank God. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we together made it happen. We together solved this crime. Now, folks, since the poisoning came back negative, I believe that, in fact, Bill Stitson is not dead. But in fact, he faked his own death. As I move over this way, you can see this compelling piece of dramatic television, which will be airing 10:30 on Skid TV Channel 16 as Bill suddenly comes back from the dead. Folks, I can come to the only conclusion that Bill faked his death to find out who it was that was chasing him and trying to kill him, as he slowly gives me a hand. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would join in, that would greatly increase my self-esteem. Thank you. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, if I may say one more thing before I hand it over back to Bill, I really don't need this cane. Thought I'd say it. Bill, back to you.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy. I should have known it was you. That's right. I knew my assassins were getting closer, so I did fake my own death. Because, Jeremy, you are a kick-ass investigative reporter. Would you like a permanent, reoccurring spot on the BS show?
Bill, I'm going to ask questions harder than that when I take it. Yes, sir.
I have blood on my hand. You are welcome back on my show anytime. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want hard-hitting investigative news, turn to Skid TV, Channel 16, 10:30 on Sunday nights, and see Chris Fleming and Jeremy Cohen, an investigative team, investigating. Cohen. Really?
Yeah.
C-O-N-E?
C-O-N-E.
Damn. Yeah. Anyway. So I guess that wraps up the show. As the credits are rolling, I'd like you to take a look at some footage that our resident internet junkie, Sean Moran, has dug up for us. This is called Blackbeard's Treasure. It's a rap song about pirates. I want to thank Ari Morse. The very first time we've had a cameraman on the show. And I have no idea what the hell else went on today because I was out of it. I was sleeping because I didn't sleep last night. I'm glad I woke up on time.
Boring.
Okay. So, thank you for coming, and I appreciate the signs, by the way.
Bill, hey, can I do my, I'll do my bit of investigative reporting. Next weekend, Friday night, there's a word show in the Filing Music Hall. And also, sources are telling me that there's a Terpsichore dance performance at 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock in the dance theater. And following that, at 10 o'clock, the aforementioned Christopher Fleming, the voice of the BS show, Buck Lepard, Trevor Martin, some guy with a penis haircut, and others will be doing stand-up comedy in the spot, and special guest Dan Stewart, a 25-year veteran of the acclaimed comedic world. Bill, back to you.
Thank you, Jeremy. All right, be there. You heard what he said. You heard the man. He just saved my life. I listened to him. Here are the credits. You can get on with your lives now. Thanks.
That's right, you scurvy knave. Didn't I ever tell you about the time I found Blackbeard's chest?
No, I don't believe you did.
Well, maybe if you get me some rum, I'll tell you.
Arr, rum wench.
Arr, bring it over here, wench. That's right, there's nothing like a good story and some good rum just to get you through the night.
Yar, more rum for the captain.
Yar, woman, your cleavage is deeper than the Marianas Trench. I was sipping on rum down in old Havana, relaxing, just kicking it, under the cabana, when this old man walks up, scurvy as can be, taps me on the shoulder and he points to the sea.
Pardon me, sir, you the Captain Dan?
I'm a sailor no more, now I live on the land.
But this map I have points to perilous pleasure, the long-lost chest containing Blackbeard's treasure.
You're the worst liar amongst the scurvy knaves. That treasure's been swallowed by the ocean waves. A storm took that booty in its undertow.
Ah, Captain D, that is surely not so.
Well then I say, what is your fee? Or should I just kill you and take it for free? Just give me that map, let me have a look.
Unhand me at once, you rotten crook!
I'm a billdrat, mateys, I'm a serious sailor. I don't need two hands just to rob for my neighbor. Hitting you with rhymes like a nine-tailed cat. We're off to seek and dig where the treasure is at. Blackbeard's gold is all that we seek. We plunder and we steal from the old and the meek. Dropping fat rhymes every day of the week. We're the only rap crew with buccaneer technique. Now this is a joke that doesn't make me laugh. You call this a map, but where's the other half? Give me a name, put me on the path. Tell me right now or you'll be feeling my wrath.
It's in the position of the pirate corsair. He's gone to the keys from the port of Lebert. His ship's been wounded and is headed for repair. If you set sail now, you'll catch him unaware.
So we find Corsair and his wounded galleon. Strike your colors so we can board your rapscallion. His flags go down, cause he knows he's outgunned. So on to his ship and we begin with the fun. Give me the map, I scream at Corsair. Put my gun to his nose and wave my hook in the air.
Never, you dog, that's enough with his prank.
So we tie him up in knots and make him walk the plank. Blackbeard's gold is all that we seek. We plunder and we steal from the old and the meek. Dropping fat rhymes every day of the week. We're the only rap crew with buccaneer technique. Before he goes over, a spark lights his eye.
I have the map here, I don't want to die.
I take the map and review it with glee, and then push him overboard out into the sea. We plunder their booty and scuttle the ship. Who wants a galleon that's been beat by a whip? The map was complete, who cares what we did? We set sail for the X where the treasure is hid. 3 days travel to the mouth of the cave. The sky's all dark and not a single wave. In waters only sailed by the dumb or the brave, in pursuit of the riches that we dare to crave. Blackbeard's chest, it was sitting right there, a mountain of gold in the open air. I was just so focused then on what I'd be worth, I didn't notice a rumble rising under the earth. I'm a Bildrat, mateys, I'm a serious sailor. I don't need 2 hands just to rob from my neighbor. Hitting you with rhymes like a 9-tailed cat. We're off to seek and dig where the treasure is at. What the hell is this? A dragon blast. Better call the mateys over here really fast. It went something like this. The dragon was pissed and ate all my sailors in the flick of a wrist. With a metallic crash, the PD-10 appeared. I'm sorry, but the plot here, it gets kinda weird. See, I've drank so much rum since this story's begun, I forgot what happened at the end of the run. Oh yes, I remember. The dragon was slain. The robot's laser shot and splattered his brains. I took all the loot and shot back to my ship. Went back to Havana and I chilled for a bit. I'm a Bildrat, mateys, I'm a serious sailor. I don't need 2 hands just to rob from my neighbor. Hitting you with rhymes like a 9-tailed cat. We're off to seek and dig where the treasure is at. Blackbeard's gold is all that we see. We plunder and we steal from the old and the meek, dropping fat rhymes